Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Getting to you guys was a testament of my determination. Oh my God. I literally have been working for the last 30 minutes trying to connect in. I was connected on Instagram, but for some reason, y'all on YouTube, I couldn't get you. And I was like, I already announced it. So I was like, oh, I can't not go live. So I apologize. All that to say, I apologize for being late. Hi, Janan. Sorry to keep you waiting. So I'm sure I've told you guys this time and time again, but I really want to give her a shout out. So first of all, hello, everybody. Welcome. I apologize that I am late. I was in technical hell. But it's interesting. I literally did a process that I teach my private and group coaching clients because I was like, I am not letting this get the best of me. I couldn't connect over on YouTube. And I was like, nope. I said I was going live for everybody. I'm going live for everybody. And so I had to do a little rerouting of the energy, which I did. And so I apologize for being late, but I'm so glad I'm here on both Instagram and YouTube for everybody. So good morning. Good morning. So I just have to give Janan a shout out. And for anybody else who's in Australia, hey, Shani, nice to see you. I love you too. So I have to tell you guys, Janan lives in Australia. I think you guys, I've told you guys this before. She goes to bed, like I teach you guys, 10 o'clock at night. She sets her alarm for what would be around 2 o'clock in the morning, which is when I'm going live here around 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, just to come see the lives. So Janan, thank you. You're amazing. And anybody else who does that, please let me know if you do that as well, because I think that that's such dedication. That's such commitment to your growth and expansion. And I'm so honored. And I just think you guys are amazing. So, hey, Esther, all the way from South Africa. It's nice to see you, sweetheart. Nice to see everybody. Elizabeth, am I raw vegan? I've talked about this before. I don't like these labels. I think they get us into a lot of trouble. I'll answer the question, but I really want to, because I have a lot of questions. People ask me a lot of questions. I posted on Instagram saying, hey, ask me any questions you want. I love you too, Maria. I love you too. And so there is so much unhealthy perfectionism around vegan, raw vegan, even plant-based. Now, my beloveds, the concept of eating really clean, pure, whole foods is really the way to go. When we stop eating animals, when we stop eating processed foods, when we stop eating chemical foods, and when we start eating complete whole foods that are as much as possible not processed, not like you guys have heard me say this a million times. If you guys have watched my YouTube channel, so if everybody over on YouTube, if you guys have watched my videos, I literally say the most purest form of food, nutrition we can eat is when we take something, we pick it from the tree because it's been sitting. It's literally been sitting there. Father Sky and the sun has been, endowing it with so much energy and so much nutrient value. Mother Earth has been, up through the roots, has been endowing it with so many minerals and so many vitamins and so many necessary nutrients. Now, you pick that and you eat that just like it was made to be eaten. That's the best way to eat. I don't put a label on it, but that's what I do. I don't call myself vegan, plant-based, raw vegan. I would say, if to answer the question, I'm predominantly, I guess you'd say, plant-based, raw vegan, because I don't, unless there's nothing else for me to eat. If I'm really, really hungry and I need to nourish my body and there's no food there for me to eat, I'll eat something that's cooked because I'm not going to go hungry. But for the most part, I have superfood smoothies. Hi, Jazzy. Nice to see you, sweetheart. I have raw green juices, as you guys saw in my story yesterday. I have pure whole foods that haven't been tampered with by man, and they haven't been processed. So that's how I like to eat. It gives you the most energy, it gives you the most nutrients, it gives you the most bang for your nutritional buck. I just don't like to label it because I think we get into a lot of trouble. There's a lot of disorders in eating. There's a lot of food disorders. There's a lot of food addictions. There's a lot of emotional eating. There's a lot of things going around our food. And I think that when we label, we get into this perfectionism. Like if someone says, like you've seen this, I've been bashed on social media, especially YouTube is really harsh. Not you guys, but in general on YouTube, it's really, really, there's a lot of harshness there as far as around food and eating. And it just seems so silly to me. The energy of harshness is the antithesis of the energy of whole, pure foods and pure nutrients. So you could have somebody who's eating, you know, quote unquote, raw vegan, but if they're filling their mind and their energy with harshness, if they are exuding harsh energy in their lives, that their mindset's not right, it doesn't matter what they eat. It becomes toxic in a body that's toxic. So it doesn't matter. I much prefer for you guys, number one, to think in terms of nutrients. You guys hear me say that all the time. Think in terms of nutrients. How are you nourishing your body? That will go a long way, as opposed to trying to label yourself and try to label yourself and fit in with another group of people who are also that way. Instead, just eat as healthy and clean as possible. That's just my philosophy on it. So yeah, to answer your question, Tati, that's, I guess you consider me raw vegan, but like I said, I don't like to put labels on it, and I don't like to put extremes on it either. Because trust me, if I need to eat something, I'm going to nourish my body with the thing that's the most highly nourishing. But if it's cooked, it's not my preference, but I'm not going to go hungry. It's just because, oh no, I'm raw vegan, I can't eat that. That's bullshit to me. You bless it and you put the nutrients in your body. Oh, sunshine yellow. Thank you. Yeah, I needed, I felt like I wanted to be sunshine yellow today. One of my friends said I look like a Laker girl in my little purple pants and my yellow top. It's in honor of Kobe. All right, loves. How do you deal with menopause symptoms? Patricia, this is a great question. I did a whole video on that. How do you get that bikini body at, okay. Okay. So it's at any age. Someone asked, how do you get bikini body ready? So hang on a second, loves. I'm going to open my windows because it's quite warm in LA today. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. So first of all, for my women and guys, I have most people on my channel are in their 20s and 30s, teens, 20s, and 30s is my predominant following. So each one of you has a mommy, a nana, an auntie, or uncle, or dad, somebody who's around the age of menopause. So please, everybody pay attention to this. I said this the last time I talked about this because Patricia asked a great question. So the first thing you want to do, it's your own body. It's your own personal choice. You have to do your research, okay? You have to do the research. Then you have to decide what's best for you. For me, I do bioidentical hormones. I love them. There's a whole interview I do with my physician, Dr. Stephen Krems, who's the physician for the Clippers, the NBA basketball team, the Clippers. And if you go to YouTube and you plug in Dr. Elizabeth, Dr. Krems, it's Krems. If you guys just plug that in to YouTube, and I'll post that on my stories for you guys on Instagram. And you guys just go over to YouTube, plug in Dr. Elizabeth, and then put Dr. Krems, Krems, and a wonderful interview will come up all around bioidentical hormones. He talks about cancer risks. He talks about the pros and cons. He talks about everything. I talk about my own personal journey. It's an hour-long interview. It's amazing. And I want you guys to go do that. So for a woman or a man, because menopause happens to men as well, they stop producing testosterone, and there are ways to safely and naturally, not by taking steroids, naturally put the hormones back into your body. It's very powerful, and it's very powerful, and it's very helpful. So that's the first thing. But no matter what, even if that's for a woman or man who's going through menopause, but at any age, my beloveds, if you want to get bikini ready, you have to do all the things I talk about on my channel here and all the things I talk about in my book. I have 7 chapters I outline in my book because there are 7 keys. Each one of those 7 keys is imperative. Each one of those 7 keys are vital for you, not just getting bikini ready. Sure, is it great at 61? I had in my stories, if you guys want, you can go to my stories on Instagram. I was in a bikini yesterday. It was amazing. It was wonderful. It's a tiny little pink bikini, and I love rocking it. But I don't do what I do so I can wear a bikini at 61 years young. The bikini is the result. It's the effect of the way I choose to live my life, which is the 7 keys I outline in my book. And so I choose to do those 7 keys because those 7 keys, those are the root, the cause. You know, you have cause and then you have effect. The cause of my healthy lifestyle, the cause of my healthy physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual essence and my being, body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit, being strong, being healthy, being vibrant, being useful, is because I follow those 7 keys that I outline in my book. It's the reason I wrote the book, so you guys could have it as well. And so I follow those. And in those, for those of you guys who've read my book, chapter 3 is food, chapter 4 is movement, but that's only chapters 3 and 4. There's 7 keys. There's 7 things that we do, which I outline in my book. And each one of those is important if you want to have real health. And then the outpicturing of choosing to live a life that is healthy and choosing to practice those 7 principles, those 7 keys, the outpicturing of that is living a really extraordinary life. Now, let me just say this real quickly. I have a client right after this, and I have a phone meeting right after this. And so I was really on a tight schedule today. I was supposed to come to see you guys right at 9, be done right at 9:30 because because I'm packed. My schedule is packed today. And it's funny because I found myself getting really frustrated when I couldn't hop on. I was able to go on Instagram. Instagram had been set up since 9, but I couldn't connect into YouTube. And because YouTube and Instagram don't talk to each other, there's not one place where I can go stream live on both simultaneously. So I have to set up my computer for one, and I have to set up my phone for the other. And so I couldn't connect in, and I was getting so frustrating. And so literally I had to do my own practice that I do with my private clients and that I do with my group coaching clients. I had to do for myself before I came live here because I was like, I can't take this pissy energy that I'm in right now because I was really getting impatient and frustrated. And so first thing I had to do was say to myself, I had to take a breath. Literally, and if you guys have read my book, I have a whole subchapter dedicated to the benefits of just stopping for a second and taking a breath. And you get your life back when you take a breath, especially when you're stressed out. So I practice I practice what I teach. I stop. I took a breath. I gathered myself. I gathered my composure, and I called back my energy. I called back me, so that I could bring all of the best and the brightest and the most loving me to you guys. Because had you guys caught me when I was really pissy when things weren't working, it would not be cute. It would not be good. So it's shifting the energy. That's what I teach. I teach people in my privates, in my group coaching programs, and of course here, I teach you guys to shift the energy. It's such a powerful, powerful thing to do. Okay, so all that to say, oh yeah, the only reason I was saying that's because I think you guys look over here and go, oh, she has the nicest life. Her life is just like fairy princess and fairy princess land. Everything is just always hunky-dory every single day. That's not the case. Trust me. Like everybody else, I deal with stuff all the time. Oh, I'm seeing my hearts. Thank you guys. I love it when you guys give me my hearts on Instagram. I love that. And also I love it when you guys give me my hearts over on YouTube as well. So keep it up. So all that to say, it isn't what happens to us in our life. It's what do we do when things come matters, because you guys have heard me say this a million times. Life is beautiful, but in that beauty are a lot of challenges for everybody, including me. So it's okay. Most important thing, my beloveds, is our mindset. It's more important than the food we eat. It's more important than the exercise. All those are important, but the most important part is getting our mind right. Everything follows when our mind is in service to every other aspect of us. That's why I teach what I teach. It's really, really important and really, really powerful. And it helps everything else fall into place. When your mindset is right, when shit hits the fan, like it did this morning, I'm able to shift the energy and come on here and be like, hey guys, and I'm good. Like, I'm not pretending to be good right now. I cleared all that energy that was frustrating me. I cleared it. I dumped it so that now when I come here, I'm full of love. I'm full of enthusiasm. I'm full of life. I'm ready to contribute to you guys wholly and completely, because I cleared that energy. I didn't bring an ounce of it into here. I told you guys the story of what happened because I wanted you guys to know why I was late. And it's funny, but it's now funny because it's only funny because I shifted it. And that's what I teach. We can't control. The reason people get into this is so deep, my beloveds. If you guys really listen to this, it's funny. Somebody on YouTube, God bless her, she meant well, but she was like, and actually right now it says this, why are you always filming in your car? It's like, who cares? Just listen to the information. I could be sitting on top of a tree. It doesn't matter where I am, my beloved. It's not like I can share. I've shared a million times while I'm in my car, and I can share while I'm in my car. It doesn't matter where I am. Listen to the wisdom coming out of my mouth. If you just do that, and then if you're inspired, if you just come work with me, you will change your life dramatically and magnificently and powerfully for the better. But I laugh because I'm just like, a lot of people are looking at the wrong things. And if you just begin to look at the right things, a lot of you are looking at the right things, but there's some of you who are looking at the wrong things. But all I have to say is this one woman, she's just like, I'm bored of you in your car. Well, then open your ears and start listening to what I say and put it into practice. You won't be bored anymore. But I just laughed. I was just like, oh, poor baby. She missed the whole point. She's missed the whole point. And 99.999, not you guys, the 99.999% of the world is missing the boat. That's why they're unconscious. All right, loves. So all that to say, it's about, if you guys just begin to take on, listen to what I'm saying, not only listen to the words coming out of my mouth, if you can step into the vibrational frequency that I'm lifting you up into, if you can begin to do that, now you're good. I can't tell you how many clients, like and I love, you guys know, I love my private and group coaching clients so much. I love them so much. And most of them come to me in very synchronistic and miraculous ways. I had this one beautiful woman, I will not tell you who she is or where she's from, but she literally just emailed me and said, your energy is everything. I need this, and started working with me. And her life is, in fact, I have probably 10 private clients who all came to me that way. And their lives are miraculously and dramatically and exponentially better for having done that, taking that leap of faith and working with me. But you have to have enough awareness to see what you're looking at. Stop looking at the car, not you guys. Stop looking at the car and start listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth. Start tuning into the energy frequency that I'm broadcasting at. That's, my beloveds, when you begin to change your life. Cool? So, and my beloveds, I'm in the car because if you guys want me to go live at this time, which it seems like a lot of you do, the sun comes into my apartment in a way that it's too harsh to film there in the morning. Now, I can film there in the afternoons and evenings. I certainly could do that, and we can change the times, but everybody, we've been here live since March, and so I do it in my car because I'm always on my way to someplace, or I was just working working out. And so I just do it here in my car because it's just convenient and it makes sense. But it's irrelevant where I am. Tune into the energy and listen to the words coming out of my mouth. All right. What is the best time to have, what is the best thing to have first thing in the morning? Okay. So I would definitely have a celery juice first thing in the morning. And I really want to try to answer one more question really quickly, because this really lovely woman asked a question and I really want to get to her. So I would start with a celery juice and then a superfoods green smoothie. If you start your day off that way, boy, oh boy, oh boy, you're going to just set the tone for the day. And also do what I do, which is meditate every single morning and look at what you want to manifest and focus on those things. You get your mind right, get your body right, all the principles I talk about in my book. But that's what I would do. I start out with the raw green celery juice and then go to a superfoods green smoothie. Cool. Now, there was a really beautiful woman who asked a question. She'd been struggling with Lyme disease for over 10 years. So I'm going to, let me just see if I can find her name. Let me just see here, my beloveds. Hang on a second. It doesn't really matter. Well, it does matter because I really want to honor her. But let's just see. No. Oh, it's funny. I'm watching my live video go on right now. Okay, so let's go here. Hang on just a second, loves, and we're gonna. Okay. So where did she ask the question? Okay, Lynn, her name is Lynn. She's been struggling with Lyme disease for over 10 years. So anybody else who's struggling with any kind of dis-ease in the body, if you live outside of the United States, especially if you're in Europe, there are some really wonderful physicians who do ozone. Ozone has been, it's just a whole conversation to have about this. And I'm not willing to have it right this moment, but all that to say, we live in the United States, we live in a pharmaceutically driven country, meaning very big business in the United States, and drive a lot of the politics. They drive a lot of the healthcare. They drive a lot of things they shouldn't be driving. Not that there isn't a place for a pharmaceutical every once in a while, but pharmaceuticals, I say this in my book, from the moment you take that first effing pill, it is a pejorative downhill cycle to death, and you don't ever want to take that first pill. Most of them are like high blood pressure, diabetes, and they're all preventable. That first little pill should never be taken for 99.9% of the world because it's unnecessary. If you get yourself right, your energy right, your body right, your mind right, your heart right, your soul right, your spirit right, when I mean right, get it in alignment and in balance, you'll never have to do that. Now, of course, if someone's born with a congenital heart, like a hole in their heart, or their aorta doesn't, the aortic flap. So all that to say, pharmaceuticals drive what gets approved and not approved here in the States. So it's not easy to find ozone treatment. In Germany, especially, and in Great Britain, they have beautiful clinics where they do ozone treatment. Ozone is 3 molecules of oxygen. And it's unstable, not unstable in a dangerous way, unstable in the fact that O3 wants to become O2. O2 is oxygen. What are the two things that give us the most life? Oxygen and alkaline. Being alkaline, living and being in a body that's alkaline, and living and being in a body that's oxygenated is the most healthy thing we can do for ourselves. So there's lots of ways to get oxygen in. Ozone's one of them. And over in Europe, they have some wonderful ways to do that. Here, it's a little more controversial because the FDA and Big Pharma doesn't want us doing this because we won't need their pills then. I don't need their pills now, but everybody else won't either. And, okay, so, oh, Darlene, I already talked about it. So go back and watch the video, okay? and go watch the interview. So, my beloveds, if you're in Europe, you can certainly go do some really wonderful research on physicians who are doing ozone treatments, and they ozonate the blood. And it's really powerful. They're healing a lot of diseases. And so also I would recommend, if you're here in the States, I mean, you can do some research on it. But if you're here in the States, and Lynn, I don't know if you are, I would go look at the medical medium for anybody who's dealing with diseases in the body. The medical medium is amazing. He's about 50 years ahead of where modern medicine is. He gets the download straight from the divine. He's amazing. He's amazing. He channels like I do, but he channels medical information in a really extraordinary way and heals in a really extraordinary way. And so I recommend for anybody dealing with any kind of disease, including Lynn dealing with Lyme, to go research. And I don't know if he sees private clients anymore. He's gotten quite popular, but his information is really, really good. And I would go check that out. So those are the two things I recommend. All right, my loves. Oh, thank you. Jazzy, will you do me a favor? Will you just, I appreciate you say that. Will you just write down Dr. Elizabeth Dr. Krems, Krems. If you can type that out for me, Jazzy, I would really appreciate that. That's the article, and I want you guys to go check it out on Instagram and on YouTube, because it's a really, really wonderful interview. All right, my loves. Gosh, we need to do another Q&A. I think we're going to have to do Q&A. I think I'm coming back. We'll have to see. I'll make an announcement. Pay attention to my stories, because I will be making an announcement when I'm going live again. Uh-oh, what happened here? Hang on, guys. No, stop. There we go. Okay, I just want to check out what you guys have to say here. Let's just see your comments. All right, my loves. So first of all, okay, I already saw that comment. Okay, so I'm seeing tons of hearts. I love that. I love that. Okay, let me just see. Do I take supplements? I do, but not in the traditional way. I don't take anything that has chemicals in it. I do take a all-natural vitamin D, especially, as you guys know, I avoid the sun like a vampire because of my skin. My family's severely prone to skin cancers, and my father's literally one shade off of albino. So I'm really, really protective of my skin. And so I do vitamin D, and I also do vitamin B12, and oh yeah, so someone asked, how do you clear? So I do a process with my private clients, and also with my group coaching clients. I do a process where I take them through a clearing. It's the process, it's what I do for a living. And I'm starting a mastermind at the end of this month, and it's going to be really extraordinary. I'm really, really excited about it. And it's going to be a mastermind program. I'm going to handpick just a handful of people who are really committed to this journey. So if you're interested, Adriana, if you're interested, that's how so a lot of people ask, how do you clear the energy? That's what I do for a living, my beloveds. That's my work. That's my work with my private clients, and that's my work with my group coaching clients. I've developed a technique where I'm able to go into the subconscious and clear those blocks. It's highly, highly, highly effective. I actually have a bunch of testimonials from my beautiful clients who, and they've been generous enough to share the results that they've gotten from working with me. And so I'm going to be posting those on my website. So right now, it's all my work has just been word of mouth, but I'm really interested in helping more people. And so my clients have been gracious enough to do some testimonials. So you guys, if you go to my website later on this week, you guys will see that. And if you guys are interested, reach out to me. I would love to work with you. It's a really powerful technique, and it really works. It works in real time. It doesn't work like 5 years from now. But I have a caveat. I was thinking about this driving over here today. It works if you're ready. So if you're really being called to work with me, if you're really if you're feeling like, oh my God, I really resonate with what she's saying. You're like, oh my God, I love listening to her lives. I love the way she thinks about things. I loved her book. I love her mindset. If you're feeling like that, if you can't wait to come to my lives and you really are getting value from what I'm saying here, then yes, you should be working with me, and reach out and let's figure out a way for us to work together. Cool? All right, my beloveds. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. Let me just see here. Love the hair. Thank you, Alec. I appreciate that. I'm going to do a whole hair tutorial for you guys. Okay, so, okay, guys. Okay. I don't like this, and we're going to have none of this. I don't like when people are arguing back and forth. Not on my space. That's not going down. So we're here. You guys are here to receive the energy I have to give and the information I have to give. I don't want any bickering or bantering arguing back and forth amongst my beautiful beloveds who come here. This is a sacred space and this is a safe space. So I'll have none of that here. So no going back and forth, no pettiness, no harshness. There's only love and support in this community, and I'll have nothing else of that other than that. Okay, so I'm not sure. I've been I've been sharing this whole time. I'm not sure where this whole thread of going back and forth started, but we're not going to do that here on my channel. This is a safe space where people come, both on YouTube and on Instagram, and come for love, for support, for information. But there'll be no bashing each other or arguing with each other or dissing each other or bullying each other or any of that stuff. Not on my watch. Not gonna happen. So whatever was going on between whoever was going on, I'm seeing the energy of it and the threads of it. Stop it right now. I won't have it. Okay. I love you guys. I love all of you. And I want you all to really have a really, really safe place to be. Cool. All right. Thank you, Darlene. I appreciate that. I love you. Thank you for saying that. All right, you guys. Oh, hello from Brazil. Muito obrigado. Eu te amo muito, muito. All right, my loves. Okay, so let's go ahead, my loves. I think that's it for today. What I'm going to do next is we're going to figure out when I'm going to come live again. It'll either be Wednesday or it'll be Friday. Okay, so we'll see. But in the meantime, if you guys want, you guys can reach out to me. If you guys are interested in working with me, either privately or working with me in my group coaching program, it's actually a mastermind that I'm going to be doing. And what we're going to be doing is on all levels of life: health and beauty, wealth and finances, love, self-love, love of others, and manifesting love, and our careers, and our perfect self-expression out in the world. If that sounds interesting to you guys, it's going to be a several month long. So it's really an intensive, and I'm taking just a group of people through this really, really beautiful mastermind. So if you guys are interested, message me, email me. I know a couple of you have already. You guys can DM me if you would like as well. And we're going to have, I'm going to just share with you guys more about details of it. It'll be on my website very, very soon, but it's going to be really amazing. It's going to be starting in the beginning of September, and I'm so excited. It's going to be incredible. And I can't wait to have you guys be a part of it. Cool? All right, my loves, I think that's it for today. I'm going to come say goodbye. Thank you for all the beautiful comments over on YouTube and, of course, on Instagram. I love you guys. I'm going to say goodbye over here on Instagram first. Thank you for all your beautiful messages. I love you guys so, so much. Glowing skin. Okay. All right, Esther Perez, Esther. So we're going to talk about some of this stuff. We're going to have in the next Q&A, we'll address some of this, Esther. Okay. All right, you guys. Oh, thank you. Oh, Diana, thank you for that. You're just beautiful soul. Oh, love your good positive energy. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to say goodbye on YouTube first, and I'll come say goodbye to you guys on Instagram. All right. I love you guys, and I will see you guys very soon. Okay. Mwah. Thanks for being here. Ciao.